Seeing crime scenes seems to be an everyday thing for officers. But what happens when they conduct a routine traffic stop on a teenager just to find a dead body in the trunk?
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Or a man who killed all 3 of his children with multiple shots, where even the prosecutors could not fathom such an evil.
Here. You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
But first, let's check out this guy who was found with 4 kilograms of cocaine in his car during a routine traffic stop.
Ooh, Jesus.
On April 30th, 2019, 25-year-old Clinton James Dunstan was pulled over for speeding. However, that was just the tip of the iceberg, as the officers would discover many more incriminating things.
I'm Officer Patino with the Orlando Police Department. There is some, you have your driver's license with you?
Yeah, I was
Cool.
speeding.
No.
Oh.
Are you the owner of the vehicle?
No, no, sir.
Who's the owner of the vehicle?
Okay.
Do you have any weapons in the vehicle I should know about? You got any weapons in the vehicle I should know about?
No.
Okay.
The officer claimed he could smell marijuana from his vehicle, but Dunstan denied it. When the police asked him to come out of the vehicle, he hesitated. His actions are becoming suspicious.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, alright?
Yes, sir.
You should be honest with me. Alright? I smell the odor of marijuana coming from
I don't
within the
smoke.
vehicle. Alright, so let me finish though.
Okay.
Alright? Anything in the vehicle I should know about?
No, my brother smokes, and I was just around him.
Alright, cool. So you mind stepping out for me?
Yeah, let me call my brother.
No, just step. You don't have to right now. It's all good. Just step out for me.
I really don't want to step out, man, because then that means I'm.
That means I'm going to search you.
And it seems the police already caught his reactions while he was being pulled over.
Why were you nervous when we pulled you over?
I wasn't nervous.
You were shaking, man.
Listen, I don't do nothing, man. I ain't planning on getting pulled. I'm just coming home from work.
Yeah.
And I know I wasn't speeding. So
Yeah, you
like,
weren't.
why am I being pulled? What's the probable cause?
You weren't.
You know what I mean? I'm just wondering why you pulling me over.
I guess.
That's all I'm wondering. There ain't no big deal, but I'm just saying. I'm just telling you, if I get pulled over, I gotta go call my probation officer. Tomorrow they're gonna make me come in.
That's good.
It's
I'll
federal
bet-
probation. It's not.
Okay, I'll verify that for you, but
Probation.
I'm sure you'll be fine. It's not. You didn't do anything bad. It's not criminal. So I'm trying to explain to you. It's just like if you were speeding. So if you were speeding, you have to call your probation officer too for speeding, even though it's just a criminal. It's not criminal. It's
I
just
don't know why I ain't never had
traffic. Yeah, I'm sure it's criminal stuff. Yeah, it's like you say if some type of crime was committed, correct. This is not a crime. It's an infraction.
I'm cool, man.
So just relax. You're good, man.
I'm cool.
Dunstan was obviously uncomfortable with the officer's questions. If he was clean, as he claimed, why didn't he just allow the officer to search his vehicle? He's definitely got something to hide. Based on the smell of marijuana and other registration issues, the officer proceeded to detain and search his vehicle afterwards. But the officers were totally unprepared for what they were about to find.
If you fight, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Turn around.
Come here, brother.
Have a seat. You want to talk about what's in the car?
Sir, I just swapped cars. I'm on my way to that. That is not my car. I have a black Ford truck. I just swapped the car, and I just.
You got anything else on you?
No.
Come back here. Go look at that backpack. Go look at that backpack.
Ooh, Jesus. Jesus.
4 kilos?
I wonder he's so nervous. I'm literally telling him why he's so nervous.
Dude.
Dunstan carried 4 kilograms of cocaine with an expired license like it was nothing. The audacity. However, it's not Dunstan's first rodeo. In 2008, he was convicted of drug conspiracy with his gang. In 2012, he was convicted of cocaine trafficking, fleeing, and driving with a suspended license. He's been caught again, but this time it's strike number 3, so he'll be gone for a long while. Dunstan was later sentenced to 144 months in prison. And if you think that's crazy, hold on. That was just a warm-up. This next insane man kept his dead and rotting mother's corpse in the house for days without alerting the authorities. I can only imagine what was going on in his mind.
You're gonna tell me you didn't know Mom was in there?
No, sir.
Jennifer, come on, her back.
On May 5th, 2023, the Florida Police Department conducted a welfare check on a woman who had not been seen for several days. The woman's worried sister had requested the police to ensure her well-being. Everything started out calmly as the officer got to the location and knocked on the woman's door. Unfortunately, that's not how it actually was. The officers knocked repeatedly on the door but didn't receive a response, prompting them to investigate further. They found a tent in the back of the house and proceeded to see what was inside, but still found no one. Initially, one officer detected an odor emanating from the house, while the other did not.
Did it smell when you went up to the door?
However, the other officer would soon smell it as well.
You smell it?
No, I do.
After discovering such an unnatural smell in the environment, the officers decided to investigate further. They began by checking the trash can, but the smell wasn't coming from there. They conducted a thorough check on them, but nothing was still found. When there was no response from the house, they decided to inquire from neighbors about any observed activities within the house recently.
How you doing? Hey, doing good. How are you? All right, brother.
Have you seen Lainey recently?
The girl?
Yeah, next door neighbor.
Just the guys over there.
When's the last time you seen them?
Him, he usually walks up and down the road, but her, I haven't seen her in a while.
How long would a while be? Days, months?
Day or two.
Couple days.
Three
Yeah.
days or something like that.
When's the last time you seen the boys?
Yesterday.
Okay, so nobody today.
Have you heard any fighting, anything in the last 2 days? Any
When's the
loud
last time you
commotion?
seen her? I know it would be not abnormal for you to hear yelling and screaming coming from over there. So.
No.
Nothing.
No,
We're kind of new to the neighborhood, too. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's been a lot different things going on here, so it's weird.
The deputies asked another neighbor, who confirmed what the first couple said.
Yeah, but he's only been there for like a few weeks because the tent wasn't there, and then the tent showed up, and then he was around. So
Right. Any commotions or anything in the last couple days or
no
before
like
then?
yelling or fighting or anything like that. That
Nothing?
we hear. They're pretty quiet for the most part, but
Okay.
the most I see out of the dude is just like sometimes he walks up and down the road. Today he was riding a bike, so
Do you know what color bike it was?
I didn't pay attention to
Okay.
Furthering their investigation, the officers revisited the house and found the air conditioner running, confirming the neighbor's claim about seeing someone around the house. One officer climbed on a chair to peer inside, yet no significant findings were made.
The AC's working.
What do you see, Jose? No.
Nothing.
While trying to gather information, an officer contacted nearby hospitals to inquire about the missing woman, but no leads were found. They returned to the house once more, and to their surprise, they finally found a man exiting the door. The individual turned out to be the woman's son, corroborating the neighbor's claims of having seen him around.
Did you hear us knocking before? Were you knocked out?
No, I was sleeping in there.
I'm glad you woke up because you're about to come inside. We're looking for Mom. Have you seen her?
She's not around right now.
Do you know where she's at? Sister's asking for her. She's not in any trouble or anything like that.
I have no idea.
When was the last time you saw her?
talked to her?
A few days ago,
Where'd she go?
she just went up to the store and said she'd be back in a little while.
He claimed he didn't know where his mother was, and who knows, he might be telling the truth. But his reactions raised suspicions. He came out, sat down calmly, and appeared rather unconcerned. That is a very unusual response when faced with law enforcement who are trying to find your mother. After a little unproductive chat with the man, the officers requested to enter the building as this man's story was just not adding up. While one officer entered the house for inspection, the other kept a watchful eye on him. But instead of guiding the officers in, he sat outside, most likely knowing what the officers would find.
So are you sure Mom's not in there?
I don't know. I just stayed in my room, stayed in my living room.
We're already in, so we're gonna find out. So
I understand, sir.
So you're gonna tell me you didn't know mom was in there?
No, sir.
The officer found this man's mother in the house, dead. Apparently, that was the odor they smelled earlier. The son, who claimed not to have seen his mother, was arrested and read his Miranda rights before facing questioning. But how would a sane person keep their dead mother in the same house that they lived in without reporting it to the authorities? Honestly, it beats me. His failure to report his mother's death, coupled with a history of violence towards her, raised suspicions regarding his potential involvement, even though the source of death was unconfirmed. Ultimately, the man received a 63-day jail sentence for neglecting to report the death to the medical examiner. With a documented history of drug-related arrests and instances of violence against his mother, including an incident involving a young girl, he faces legal consequences. But if you think you've seen it all, this next teenager is ready to give you the shock of your life. The officer has found a dead body in his trunk.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
On July 29, 2020, a Louisiana police officer conducted a traffic stop on a Chevrolet Camaro traveling at 73 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. Little did he know this routine stop was about to reveal something unexpected.
Hey, step back here with me, man. How are you? Hey, good afternoon. I'm Trooper Nielsen, Louisiana State Police. The reason why I stopped you was for speeding. You know how fast you're going?
No, sir.
73 and a 55, so it's 18 over the limit. Do you have your driver's license?
No, sir.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
Then why are you driving?
I was just
Okay.
going home.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
It's okay. I was just asking. What's your name, man?
Michael
Michael what?
Mitchell.
Michael Mitchell. How old are you, Michael?
I'm 18.
Okay, Michael Mitchell. M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
A-E-L.
And M-I-T-C-H.
E-L-L.
What's your date of birth?
1602.
Is anybody with you?
No, sir. It's just me.
You have insurance? All right, show me your insurance. Whose car is this, man?
Big brother's car.
Your big brother's?
The 18-year-old driver informed the police he was heading home, but when questioned about his home's location, he couldn't provide an answer.
All right, where are you headed right now?
I was headed back home.
Okay. Where's home? What's your address? No, stop. Come here. Where do you live? It's easy. It's easy to answer this. Where do you live? You don't know how to drive to your house?
I was coming from there, how I got lost.
So what's the address?
No.
What? You don't know your address?
No, sir.
Okay, come back here. Come back here.
It's definitely suspicious when someone this old can't say where they live immediately after they're asked. The officer would then go on to walk around the car when he discovered bullet holes in the car and the scent of marijuana. And when asked about it...
When did all this happen? When did all that happen?
That happened.
When?
My brother, he said it.
How long ago?
like
Days?
Yeah, it was,
Okay, come back. Just leave this here. Come back here. Just stay right here.
Mitchell had no driver's license. He couldn't state where he's coming from. The car reeked of marijuana. There were bullet holes in the car. It's definitely going to be a long day for him, and it would have been better if those were all the problems he had. But everything was about to take another turn when a passerby flagged down the police officer after noticing the car Mitchell drove. This person informed them that the car and its owner, Michael Robinson, had been reported missing.
How are y'all here?
Called my people from that's them on the phone.
What do you mean they were looking for him?
They looking for him. The car missing. Hey.
Okay, give me the phone. Hey, man. Hey, this is good. Sir? Okay, he's not giving that name. No. Okay, first off, hold up. I'm Trooper Nielsen, Louisiana State Police. Who am I talking to? Okay, what? His name is Michael Robinson?
Yeah, it should be the owner of that car. It may be in his name.
Okay, he's not giving that name though. He's given another name.
From the information the officer has gathered so far, it's almost certain that many things were not right. The deputy would then go on to perform a thorough search of the car. I bet nothing would have given him a heads up about what he was about to discover.
Hey. Yep. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Do you understand? Don't move.
Mitchell was promptly arrested after the officer discovered the body of the actual owner of the car, Michael Robinson, in the trunk. Mitchell confessed to being involved in a robbery that targeted Michael Robinson, and that his role was to discard of the body. On further investigation, Mitchell implicated another teenager, 19-year-old Cameron Powell, who said he had carried out the robbery with him. Both Mitchell and Powell were placed in custody and faced second-degree murder charges with a $500,000 bond. All of these are truly crazy encounters. But how do you explain that a father took the life of his 3 sons for no apparent reason, leaving their mother wailing beside their lifeless bodies? It's far beyond anything you've ever seen.
You took my life from me! My life!
On what seems to be a normal day on June 15th, 2023, a heinous crime sent shockwaves through the community, leaving many to grapple with the unimaginable motives behind such an event. The incident began when a passerby discovered a frightened young girl on the road.
911, where's your emergency?
There's a girl running down the street saying that her stepfather is killing everyone in her family. It's on the corner of where there's a body shop and the fire department. Do you know what road this is?
Okay, what's your name?
Give it into the fire department.
What's your name?
Do you know what road this is? Laura Lindell Road.
Said what?
It's Laura Lindell Road.
Okay, and what did the female say to you?
She says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house.
The stranger, being a good Samaritan, swung into action by alerting authorities about what she'd seen. Not too long after, the police arrived at the described location. They looked around and carefully approached the scene of the crime. They found a man identified as Chad Dorman sitting down in front of a door with a rifle beside him, instantly making him a threat. Dorman wasn't moving, but wasn't responding to the officer's commands either. The officers immediately approached and placed him in cuffs.
Show us your fucking hands now! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up! Get your hands out of here. Tell me 21.
And this was Dorman's wife yelling in the background.
You took my life from me! My life!
And this is, in fact, what this seemingly harmless man had done. He committed one of the most gruesome and heartless crimes of all time. When asked what he was doing, he said nothing. He even insisted he was not going to hurt them. That seems very easy to believe, but you might have a change of mind after discovering what he had done.
What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad, I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna get you here in a second.
I ain't running away. You can do whatever you want with me.
Here. You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
Upon further investigation, the law enforcement officers encountered a bone-chilling scene. Spread out across the ground, the mother was bereft with anguished screams, her despair echoing in the air as she mourned beside the lifeless bodies of her children. Dorman lived with his wife, stepdaughter, and 3 sons, Clayton, Hunter, and chase. According to a court document, on that tragic day, returning home early from work, Dorman allegedly summoned his wife and 3 sons to the bedroom for a nap while his stepdaughter remained in the living room, watching television. After they were all settled in the bed, Dorman grabbed a firearm, fired 2 shots at one son. On hearing the shots, his 12-year-old stepdaughter rushed in, only to find her mother trying to intervene. She watched in horror as the mother screamed for the boys to flee and attempted to seize the gun, but Dorman shot her in the hand, freeing him to carry out his sinister plans. In a panicked last-ditch effort, the stepdaughter tried to help both of the other sons flee, but Dorman caught up with the boys and executed them both. What makes this case even more baffling is that Dorman didn't kill his stepdaughter or his wife. Despite having the chance to, this leaves us only to wonder what the motive behind this crime actually was. And of course, he won't go unpunished. Dorman was eventually taken to police custody, where he was kept before his court proceedings. At court, the prosecutor described this crime as the worst he's ever seen. But you won't believe what happened when Dorman was in court. It seems realization had finally dawned on him as to the horrors he committed himself.
He's confessed to what I believe is the worst crime, at least I hope, that I'll see in my lifetime. I hope it's the worst fact pattern that ever comes before this court.
The prosecutor requested that his bond be set at a whopping $20 million. This will ensure that he appears before the court at the appointed date and is not released from police custody. The severity of Dorman's punishment remains undecided, but he will indeed be held accountable for his atrocious deeds. Thank you for sticking to the end. For more looks into the absurd, subscribe to the channel.